Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jagannath Jagannath Jaya Parade Jaya Subhaja Jaya Jagannath Jagannath Jaya Subhaja Jaya Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Rukmini Dogadish Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parirajacharya Ashtada Satta Shri Srimat His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founderacharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parirajacharya Ashtada Satta Shri Srimat His Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sakha Ho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasade Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinan Shyama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Shri Jagnapuri Dham Ki Jai Ganga Mai Chamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai Transcendental Prasada Distribution Ki Jai Hari Rama Sankirtan Ki Jai ISKCON Utvagadam Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Hari Hari Haribo All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna All glories to the Sambodhi Bodhis Hare Krishna All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namo Vishnu Shasmati Tabo Vishnu Visa Namo Vishnu Shasmati Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayana Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Udidrayet Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, Chapter 14, text number 3 and 4. because there's no purport to text number 3. So I just read text number 3 myself, and we can do text number 4 together. Tasha chodarata shonim swada stadam shicha agrena dinaya daitya raja shacha brahmam kasmate to abumida. Translation. What was the reason, O Brahmana, for the fight between the demon king and Lord Boar, while the Lord was lifting the earth as his pastimes? So this is the question asked by Vidura to Maitreya Muni. Yeah. Text number 4, we can do this together, huh? Shraddhanaya Bhaktaya Bruhi Tajama Vistaram Vishe Na Tripyati Manaha Param Kotubhalam Hi Me Shraddhanaya Bhaktaya Buhita Jama Vishtaram Vishena Tripyati Mana Parankotu Haram Hime Shraddhanaya Bhaktaya Bruhita Jama Vistaram Vishena Tipyati Mana Parankotu Haram Hime Shraddhanaya Bhaktaya Bruhita Jama Vistaram Vishena Tipyati Mana Parankotu Haram Hime. Mataji. Chama Vishtaram Vishena Tipyati Manam Shadadanaya, unto a faithful person. Bhaktaya, unto a devotee. Buhi, please narrate. Tat, his. Jama, appearance. Vistaram, in detail. Vishe, O great sage. Na, not. Tripyati, become satisfied. Manaha, mind. Param, very much. Kotuhalam, inquisitive. He, certainly. Me, my. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: my mind has become very inquisitive, and therefore I am not satisfied with hearing the narration of the Lord's appearance. Please therefore speak more and more to a devotee who is faithful. Purport: one who is actually faithful and inquisitive is qualified to hear the transcendental pastimes of the appearance and disappearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vidura was a suitable candidate to receive such transcendental messages. Om Jnana Timinandasya Jnananjana Sharakaya Chakshu Uminitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Pishtan Stapitan Yena Budare Swayanupa Kadamahyan Tadati Swam Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutam Padakamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrachatam Sahagana Nakunata Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savatuta Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinna Bandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tatta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Rishabhanu Sudhe Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakau Patarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishvanebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadhatra Shri Vasade Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shraddhanaya Bhaktaya Buhitat Jama Vistaram Rishana Pripyati Manaha Parang Kotubanam Hi Me. Translation again: my mind has become very inquisitive, and therefore I am not satisfied with hearing the narration of the Lord's appearance. Please therefore speak more and more to a devotee who is faithful. So here Vidura is continue, speak to Maitreya Muni. In the purport, actually Srila Prabhupada, he said in the purport that one who is actually faithful and inquisitive is qualified to hear the transcendental pastimes of the appearance and disappearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there was one time Narada Muni, he was going to Vaikuntha to visit Lord Narayan. And on his way, Narada Muni, he met one Brahmana. So upon seeing Narada Muni coming, the Brahmana immediately offered respect to Narada Muni, saying, "Oh, my great sage Narada, where are you going?" And Narada Muni answered that, "I'm going to Vaikuntha to see Lord Narayan." "Oh, really?" The Brahmana was surprised to hear that, and he said, and he asked Narada Muni, "Can you do me one favor? Can you ask Lord Narayan when I'm going to go back to the spiritual world, to the Vaikuntha? And Narad Muni answered, sure, I will definitely ask Lord Narayan about that. And then Narad Muni continued his journey to Vaikuntha. And then on the way, he met another cobbler. Yeah. So when the cobbler saw Narad Muni coming, he also immediately get up because he was mending the shoes of the people. So he immediately get up and greet Narad Muni very nicely and said, and asked Narad Muni, where are you going, my great sage? Narad Muni said, I'm going to Vaikuntha to see Lord Narayan. And the cobbler was very happy to hear that. And immediately he asked, oh, great sage Narada, can you do me one favor? Can you ask the Lord that when I'm going to go back to the Vaikuntha? And Narad Muni answered, sure, definitely. So Narad Muni arrived Vaikuntha, and he met Lord Narayan there. And then after some time, Narad Muni, he asking Lord Narayan, saying that, on my way to Vaikuntha Loka, I met two persons. One is the Brahmana and one is the cobbler. And they were asking me, when are they going to come back, to the spiritual world? Can you, tell me that, my dear Lord? So Narad Muni, he was asking Lord Narayan. And Narayan replied that, for the cobbler, after leaving this body, he shall come to Vaikuntha right away, after this present life. But for the Brahmana, Lord Narayan said that he will have to remain there for the number of births, and I do not know when he is coming back, when he is going to come back. So Narad Muni was very astonished to hear that, because the Brahmanas, usually they have more qualification. Now, he's very knowledgeable in studying of the Vedas and performing all kinds of, jagyas, whereas the cobbler really, is a very simple man. He just know how to do the mending the shoes for the people. So Narad Muni, he was really astonished to hear that. And he asked Lord Narayan, why is like that? Is there any reason? And Lord Narayan answered that, you will see that, Lord Narayan said, when they ask you what I'm doing here in Vaikuntha, tell them I'm threading the eye of a needle with an elephant. Yeah, so Lord Narayan told Narad Muni that when you meet them, you tell them that I'm threading the eye of a needle with an elephant. You tell them. And see the reaction, then you will understand why the cobbler will come right after, finishing his present birth. But the Brahmana will not. So then, Narad Muni, he returned to the earth, and he approached the Brahmana. So the Brahmana immediately, asked, oh, my great sage, so have you seen Lord Narayan? What he was doing? The Brahmana was asking Narad Muni that. And Narad Muni said that, Lord Narayan, when I met Lord Narayan, he was threading an elephant through the eye of a needle. Immediately upon hearing this, the Brahmana said, "That's nonsense. I don't believe that." And he went away. Yeah. So upon the reply, the action of the Brahmana, Narada Muni immediately understand that the Brahmana had no faith, and he was simply a reader of the books only. That's why he cannot go back, to the spiritual world after the present life, finished. And then Narada Muni, he continued his trip to see the cobra. And the cobra, when the cobra see Narada Muni, he was asking, "Oh, my great sage Narada, have you already seen Lord Narayan? What was he doing?" And Narada Muni answered, "When I met Lord Narayan, he was threading an elephant through the eye of the needle." And upon hearing that, the cobra immediately cried out, "Oh, my Lord is so wonderful. He can do anything and everything." Upon hearing the action of the cobra, Narada Muni was astonished. And he asked the cobra, "Do you really believe that?" And the cobra answered, "Why not? Look at that," because the cobra was sitting underneath the banyan tree, mending the shoes of the people. And he said, "Look at the big banyan tree. There are so many fruits on the banyan tree, and there are so many seeds in the fruit. If Lord Narayan can put such a big tree in the seed, why not he cannot, pass through the elephant through the eye of the needle?" And then Narada Muni understand why Lord Narayan said that this cobra will go back to the spiritual world of this present life. In the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a nice story about Prahlad Maharaj also. So Prahlad Maharaj's father, Hiranyakasipu, he was a very powerful demon. So Hiranyakasipu, he conquered not only the whole earthly planet, but also the whole universe as well. So the demon Hiranyakasipu really thinking that he is God. But Prahlad Maharaj challenged him, saying that you are not God. And Prahlad Maharaj began to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he said that Lord Sri Krishna is all-pervading, and that everything is under his control. And there's no one equal to or greater than him. And after saying this, he requests his father, Hiranyakasipu, "My dear father," actually Prahlad Maharaj didn't say "my dear father," he said, "Oh, the best of the demon, you please, kindly submissive to the omnipotent Supreme Lord." Prahlad advised his dad to surrender, to Lord Shri Krishna. So when Hiranyakasipu heard this, he became really, really very furious, very angry. So much so, so he asked Prahlad Maharaj, so if you are saying that your God, Krishna, existing everywhere, is he existing in this pillar or not? Because there's a big pillar in the palace. And Prahlad Maharaj immediately answered, yes, yeah, he is existing in the pillar too. And when Hiranyakasipu heard this philosophy from his young son, he derided the boy's statement, just as he derided the boy's statement as just the talk of a child, and forcefully struck the pillar with his fist. Like that, But, as soon as Hiranyakasipu struck the column, there issued forth a tumultuous sound. So at first, Hiranyakasipu, the king of the demon, could not see anything but the pillar. But to substantiate Prahlad's statement, the Lord came out of the pillar in his wonderful incarnation as Nishingadev, half lion and half man. So when Hiranyakasipu saw Lord Nishingadev, he could immediately understand that the extraordinary wonderful form of the Lord was surely meant for his death. So then he started fight with Lord Nishingadev, and Lord Nishingadev fight with him for a while. And at the time of dusk, not the daytime and nighttime, so Lord Nishingadev, grabbed him and put him on the lap and pierced his body with his fingernail. Yeah. So Hiranyakasipu, he finished Hiranyakasipu in that way. Yeah.
A picture right from the back there.
Exactly, Maharaj. Exactly, Thank you, Maharaj. So we can see that how much faith, Prahlad Maharaj is having to Lord Nishingadev. In the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, there's also a nice verse talking about the faith to Lord Shri Krishna. It is said here, Ashtadaya hutam datam tapas tapam kritam chayet asa iti uchate pata nachata pretya noiha. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme, O son of Prita, is impermanent. It is called asa and is useless both in this life and the next. Srila Prabhupada, he said that anything done without transcendental objective, whether it be sacrifice, charity, or penance, is useless. Therefore, in this verse, it is declared that such activity are abominable. Everything should be done for the Supreme in Krishna consciousness. Without such faith and without proper guidance, there can never be any fruit. In all the Vedic scriptures, faith in the Supreme is advised. In the pursuit of all Vedic instructions, the ultimate goal is the understanding of Krishna. No one can obtain success without following this principle. Therefore, the best course is to work from the very beginning in Krishna consciousness under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. That is the way to make everything successful. Another point, Srila Prabhupada, he was mentioning in today's verse, in the purport, Prabhupada, he was saying that Vidura was a suitable candidate to receive transcendental messages. So why Vidura is the suitable candidate? In the Bhagavad Gita, it reminds me of verse another verse in the Bhagavad Gita where Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that Sa evayam mayatedya yoga prokta puratana bhaktoshime saka cheti rahasyam hi eta uttamam. Krishna tells Arjuna that this very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you because you are my devotee as well as friend and can therefore understand the transcendental mysteries of this science. So the qualification to understand transcendental science is that you have to be a devotee of Lord Shri Krishna. And that's why Prabhupada, he was mentioning in today's purport that Vidura was a suitable candidate to receive the transcendental message, because Vidura is a pure devotee of the Lord Shri Krishna. Prabhupada, he said here that there are two classes of men, namely the devotee and the demons. The Lord select Arjuna as the recipient of the great science owing to his being a devotee of the Lord. But for the demon, it is not possible to understand this great mysterious science. There are a number of editions of this great book of knowledge. Some of them have commentaries by the devotees, and some of them have commentaries by the demons. Commentation by the devotees is real, whereas that of the demons is useless. Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and any commentary on the Gita following in the footsteps of Arjuna is real devotional service to the cause of this great science. The demoniac, however, do not accept Lord Krishna as he is. Instead, they concoct something about Krishna and mislead general readers from the path of Krishna's instruction. So I just stop here. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, thank you very much for coming. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gauranga Bhaktavinda ki jai. Thank you. Thank you.